The African dream. Some would say it's a mirage while others are living it. From the testimony of one Kenyan entrepreneur, Clarice Ndolo, anyone in Africa can live the African dream. At 36 years of age, Clarice runs her own events company in Nairobi, Chic Events, and is now venturing into fast food and outside catering. Her journey to success did not, however, begin in Kenya.
I was living in the UK for 6 years, and I went there to study. I went there to do my undergrad, and after finishing my undergrad, I started working, and I worked for a bit, and I saw that life in the UK is not exactly what I would picture myself to be in many years to come, because I was looking at it in terms of long term, where do I want to be?
Many Africans see Europe and the West as a haven for opportunities and a place where they can run to. This is because many African countries either have poor governance or inadequate infrastructure to create jobs. But for Clarice, having lived in the UK for 6 years, she says life was a struggle.
I didn't feel like my heart belonged there. I just didn't feel like this is the lifestyle that I want, whereby I go to work, I come back, I go to work, over the weekends you still work because you need to pay your rent. And I was one who did not want to share a house.
When Clarice decided to come back home, she was fully aware of the challenges she was coming to face. Her main focus was to tap into the opportunities that most say are hard to come by. 5 years down the line, she says she is living her dream and has no regrets about leaving Europe.
The money that you get is considerably more than what you would be getting here in terms of, but the problem is the living expenses. You know, the living expenses there is quite high. If you compare it to Africa, whereby I say, this is how much I earn, but I'm earning this much, but I have, my life. I have time with family, time with, friends, and there you would constantly be working, but constantly paying bills.
Events planning and party organizing is catching up in Kenya. It's one of the many ways young Kenyan entrepreneurs are making money. Clarice says the market is not yet congested, but clients are looking for something unique.
You always constantly, and you need to be updating yourself. You need to be updating with new styles, new designs, whereby when you go to pitch, you have something different that nobody else has. Yeah, so I need to be traveling often to see what is out there for me to implement it here. So, and sometimes you cannot travel when you have an event, and some clients will not want you to leave. You're like, okay, why don't I leave my assistant? You go with my assistant. They're like, no, you have to be here. When you go, you're always constantly on phone. So those are the kind of challenges that you face. And challenges in terms of sometimes you get clients who are quite demanding, which is work. At the same time, you have to deal with it.
Clarice hopes that Africans can be more optimistic about their continent and look keenly at opportunities around them before they can consider risking their lives crossing the Mediterranean Sea. Mahia Mutwa, CCTV.